Hello friends, welcome back. As you can see, I have groceries, so I thought I would share a grocery haul. It is not a big one at all. I was just out and about. My kids had an event, and so while we were out, whenever we finished, we went ahead, did some shopping, and I got just a little bit of groceries. I say that it's a decent amount, but for a family of 6, it was kind of just filler items, things that we need for recipes and stuff. I have some stuff on hand, but I still needed a couple things, so that is what we got today. Anyway, I'll turn you around and you can see what I got. I'm gonna start off with this because I cannot honestly remember if I showed you guys this or not, but do you see this plant? So my husband ordered this for me for Valentine's Day. And so if I have told you about this, I apologize. You can fast forward a little bit, but yeah, so he ordered this for me for Valentine's Day, and it actually was pretty expensive. I got a replacement one from a different place, and it was a fraction of the price, but he ordered it online. It had a guarantee for like 14 days for shipping and stuff like that. And we got it. This is actually how it came. We brought it in right away, and it is like crunchy. It is completely dead. I've been trying to see if there was any saving to it, but no, it is like too far gone. So I think he made some arrangements with the company to where I got to pick a replacement. I'm hoping that it comes in better shape, because I mean, for this, oh, I just broke it. For this to be, you know, for it to come in like this, and we took it in almost immediately, and to have paid as much as we paid, I think he said with tax it was like $45 for this. And the one that I bought to replace it was only $5. So I'm pretty sure it was $5 at Home Depot. So anyway, I just thought that was kind of crazy. I thought I couldn't remember if I shared it with you guys or not, but I did want to share it because I just can't get over that. So I don't think there is any saving. I think I'm gonna have to get rid of it, but I thought I would share with you guys. On the topic of plants, we picked some up at the store today. Some potato seeds. We got 2 of these, so I'm going to get those going here shortly. Where are they? If you've been following along, look how good the boys' seeds are doing. I can't even believe it. So they have peas and cucumbers in here, and we did them for, you know, just kind of school, and I thought it would be fun for them, so we did that, but I was not expecting them to do like as well and as quick as they have been going. So anyway, that's pretty impressive. I thought they are pretty proud of themselves. So we'll have to be putting, I think I read that it was okay to put the peas in right now. We'll just have to wait for the cucumbers. So we might be doing that here shortly. If not, we'll be putting them in slightly larger pots while they're still in here. So we have those. Like I said, we got 2 things of potato seeds. So we're gonna put those in. We got just some of this. I already have some on hand, so I got a smaller bag of that mix. A couple other things. We're gonna try these. I have not tried like onions from like these little seeds before, so we're gonna try them and see how that goes. We're gonna do that. I got more zinnias because my goal this year is to plant way more flowers. I'm pretty excited about all the flowers, and so we got zinnias, and I have previously bought them, so we're just going to keep buying zinnias, and I'm just kind of buying seeds and stuff in little amounts, and then we'll just, you know, do them as we go. I think that would be more manageable, but also kind of fun for me and the kids. So we also got some rainbow blend carrots. We got some super sweet tomatoes. And I think I'm actually gonna do these on the patio. I'm not sure. I want to do flowers and some like vegetables, possibly strawberries out by the pool. So we'll see, but that's kind of my goal for those. And then more zinnias. I got these cut and come again zinnias. And then I also got these California Giants. I don't remember the ones we had last year, but I feel like they were these ones. I'm not sure. Either way, we got a whole bunch of them. I can't remember if I showed you these or not. I feel like I've been posting, or I have been recording a whole bunch recently, and so I'm like getting confused on the stuff I've showed you and stuff I have not. So anyway, we bought these a couple weeks ago and we have not put them in yet. I don't think they're quite ready, but we got these hostas. They are blue. I have never seen the blue ones. I don't know if that's just like the picture or what. We've had like green hostas before, so I've never seen the blue ones. We got those. We also got some herbs. So basil, garlic chives, Greek oregano, and cilantro. I'm just gonna do these pretty quick because I can't remember if I've showed you them or not. Tiger lily. And I got these because, well, one, they were beautiful, but two, they reminded me of, I'm pretty sure it is the princess's name on Peter Pan. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought that's what it was. That's what it reminds me of every time I look at it. So we got those. What else did we get? Oh yeah, we got these. I'm hoping that I can put these like around the rocks, or, you know, like sprinkle them in between the rocks that we have. We have like a small rock wall. I'm hoping, it says on the back that they're good for that. And I just got like the gold dust ones. So I'm hoping that will work out like that. I don't know what else is in here. Oh, those are just the hosta bulbs. Okay, so yeah. I think that's all so far. I also do have some seeds from last year that we have. We also, like, I took some bulbs and some other seeds from like vines and stuff. So I do plan on trying to start those here soon, but we're kind of just getting a mixture as we go. Each time we're there, we get, you know, one or two things. Today we got a couple more than one or two, but we're just going to start slow, and hopefully by summertime we'll have a really, really nice garden. So anyway, that was that. Okay, so if you have been watching, you know I am about, well, it's going to be in a couple weeks. I'll have surgery. So I still have a couple weeks, and I'm sure I'll get some type of painkillers, but I have a procedure on Monday that I'm actually kind of nervous about, and they have not prescribed me anything for it, and so I got some Advil in case I'm struggling. My daughter opened this and did not keep the package, but it's called eyebrow cream. It says it's in the espresso color. But anyway, so I got that. I have never used eyebrow cream, but I could not find anything that I usually use for my eyebrows, so we're gonna try it. I am planning on baking a bunch of stuff. Also, I'm going to be starting sourdough this week, and I'm going to be baking some loaves of bread. So I'm also going to do bagels, but for a couple of things that I was wanting to do, I got these bagels. They're the double cheese bagels by Better Goods. I really like that brand. So we got that, and then, like I said, I do plan on making bagels this week and baking bread and stuff like that. So that's why I have a huge thing of flour, a big thing of sugar. We have chocolate chips just in case I do anything with that. I thought about doing like double chocolate muffins and putting them in the freezer. So that might be what those are for. We got some brown sugar for baking. We got a pot roast. So I'll probably make that maybe tomorrow. We're gonna be working in the yard, so this might be a really good meal just to pop in the oven and have whenever we come in. So I have that. I actually forgot, we went to the store and got other meat yesterday. I'm not gonna get it out, but we did get like chicken breasts. We got a steak for our breakfast on Sunday, and we might have gotten something else, but anyway, so that is why there's also not that out. The boys specifically asked for dino-shaped nuggets, so we got those probably for lunches. I haven't tried these, but again, I really like this brand, and I have a really hard time finding chicken sausage down here. or turkey sausage, and that's kind of specifically what I'm looking for. I usually will get it at Aldi, but they are in the middle of building an Aldi in the town we went to, so it wasn't open, and I really only had these to choose from. So I'm gonna try these and see if they're any good. I don't usually love the maple flavored, but I let Lincoln help me pick them out, and that was what he chose. So we're gonna try that. We got some thick sliced bacon, some turkey, ground turkey meat, honey ham, oven. Oh, I didn't realize it was chicken. Huh. Okay, well, I thought it was turkey, but now we have chicken. Theo thought this was hilarious. Let me get these off. He thought it was so funny because I've never bought cheese this big. And usually I buy the one that's, I think it was 2 pounds, and I freeze it. And then whenever, you know, we go to use it, whenever we run out, I can pull it out of the freezer. Well, I don't have any in the freezer at this point. And this one was 5 pounds. And it was like $1 more than the one that was only 2 pounds. So I'm just like, this is cheaper. I'm just gonna buy this. So I might separate it so, you know, half can go in the freezer and then half go in our fridge. But that was what I was thinking. And when I pulled that out of the cart to ring it up, he actually like burst out laughing. He's like, why do you have so much cheese? And I'm like, I don't know, Theo, because we eat a lot of cheese, I guess. And then he could not even hold it in when I pulled out these. So he was just like, wow, we have a lot of cheese. So anyway, we got the 8-ounce sharp cheddar. I don't know why my camera is doing that. And the Colby Jack. We got cream cheese because we don't have enough cheese. No, I'm actually going to try a recipe. There was 2 recipes that I wanted to try. One was a copycat Starbucks like cheese Danish. So it had really good reviews. So I wanted to try that, and I was going to use one for that. And then I had a friend, a subscriber, send in a recipe, and I think it sounds incredible. It is stuffed taco shells, and they sounded really good. If I can find the large shells, I'll end up doing that. But anyway, I got a cream cheese for that, if I'm able to make that. So anyway, we got that, and then also butter. We still have like bananas and avocados and a lot of like celery, stuff like that, carrots on hand. So I didn't get too much of that. Oh, the light is kind of bad. So what we did end up getting was I got some strawberries, tomatoes, some broccoli. There was like really slim pickings with the onions for whatever reason. I got 1 red onion and that was it, because it was, I don't know, it was kind of odd. If you watch my grocery hauls, I feel like that's the theme of it, is it's like my grocery store is very odd and it's slim pickings most of the time. I don't know. So I got some frozen vegetables. I got 2 things of the mixed vegetables and then 2 things of the green beans. I like getting the fine ones. The chunkier ones, I don't know why, I just don't like it. It's like it's like too green beany. Does that make sense? So I like those, and we usually will steam them or saute them. That is our family's favorite way. Also in the oven is really good too, so that's usually how we make them, and my kids will eat them like that. Let me turn on another light. Hold on. Did that help? I don't know. So we have some mini cucumbers, some more green onions. I do regrow them. But you know, after a while they get slimy. And so, you know, eventually you have to like trade them out, and those have been going for quite a while. So we might be done with those. We got some lettuce and a 10-pound pack of potatoes. My kids have been asking for juice, and I don't know why, but I can't seem to find the ones I used to buy. We don't buy juice too often. My family is not really a juice family, but occasionally the kids will ask for a juice, and that's usually the only time we buy it. So Anyway, we got this Minute Maid orange pineapple, and it's a 0 sugar. We have not tried this, but it sounds really good. So it looks like the fresh squeezed orange juice from Sam's Club. Oh my gosh, I love going there and getting that. It is like one of my favorite juices. Not only that, but it smells incredible. If you know, you know, but that's like what it reminds me of. So we'll see. This one has pineapple in it too. So we got a half and half, some honey. I'm gonna make peanut butter balls, and it has honey in it, so I got some more of that because I couldn't remember. It's been a while since I've made them. We got this Montreal steak seasoning for our steaks. Lincoln has been picking out these recently, and for whatever reason, he picked out this flavor. We all usually like dill. My daughter is the only one that I think won't like this, but we still have like the cheddar cheese one that she likes, so if anything, she'll just use that. But they really like this for popcorn, and that has been like a go-to lately for their snacks. So we got some of that. Lincoln and Theo wanted to try these. We have not bought honey buns in a hot second, so I'm also kind of nervous because we would buy like the Duchess brand, for instance, and those used to be like one of the really good brands for honey buns, and they kept getting smaller and smaller and smaller as time was going by, and so I had stopped buying them. And then they saw these and they wanted to try them, and I'm a little nervous that they're going to be super small in this box, but it's just kind of for snacks, not really breakfast or anything. So anyway, that is just fine. We got some tea. Theo picked out these chewy chocolate chips. I'm going to try making, now I tried finding just regular yogurt, but it was out. So I ended up getting the normal one we usually buy, but I think it's going to work out that it's vanilla flavored because I'm wanting to make these things that I saw. They were like, you mix these in with it. So these sugar-free jellos, I got orange and raspberry. You mix them in and create like a sherbety type of thing. I'm going to also add like other fruit to them, like the strawberries, and I think we have like a couple of pineapple, like dragon fruits, bananas, stuff like that, that I'll add into them to kind of make like little parfaits. So I think I'm going to make that and then put them in little jars in the fridge so they can pull those out for quick, easy snacks. So that is why I actually got both of those. I hope it goes over well. I think my kids generally like that kind of stuff, but we've never tried it. So anyway, I hope that ends up working out. I got this Italian loaf of bread. I think we're actually gonna have that tonight because I just got this rotisserie chicken. It is the lemon pepper one. So I think we're gonna have that and maybe a salad or something and some bread and, you know, something simple, but it's kind of already getting, it's still light out, but the sun is starting to go down, so it's gonna be dark here soon, and figured it would be nice and easy. But anyway, we have rigatoni. I just really bought that because I don't have a meal, but it's nice and easy. So if I am low on meals or I just need something really fast, I can do something with that. So I just kind of got it as like a filler for our pantry. We're going to do some freezer something or rather. I don't remember. So anyway, I did get these for that. We got some tuna for lunches, some black beans, coffee, because the coffee that I bought last week, it actually ended up spilling. It was in that jar that I got thrifting not that long ago, and the jar ended up breaking with, I had just replaced the coffee in it, and the whole jar broke, and there was like a ton of glass shards and everything in it. So I ended up having to pitch the whole thing, so I had to get more coffee. So we got that. We got some salsa. I showed you the chicken. We needed more parchment paper because I'm going to be baking. I'm going to stick with it this week, so we're going to do that. And it is just so much easier with cleanup and everything for bread and just baking in general. So I got more of that. And then they finally had our dishwasher detergent. They had that in stock. They've been out for a really long time. We ended up getting the pods, and I don't know why. I don't know if someone told me, that the pods mess up your pipes, or where I heard that from, or if it's just my anxiety. But I know that some of you guys use the pods, and we haven't had any issues, but we were using the pods, and for whatever reason, we just always use this though. And so I kept looking for it, and finally it was in stock. So anyway, that is our haul. Like I said, just kind of some odds and ends to fill things up and, fill our pantry and our freezer and fridge and keep us going another week. But anyway, that is it. So I will talk to you guys later. Bye. So this is now the Sunday after the grocery haul. I was working on some food prep in the kitchen, and I might have already shared that video with you. Like I said, I have been recording quite a bit lately to get ready for my surgery and be able to have some stuff for you guys while I am resting and recovering. So anyway, I have been recording a lot, so it's kind of hard to tell what I'm recording and when I'm putting it out. It feels kind of chaotic in my mind a little bit, but anyway, I was prepping in the kitchen, getting some stuff ready to go in the freezer and the fridge, and while I was doing that, I wanted to share with you that recipe that I found for the yogurt and the jello mix. My kids, that was such a huge hit with my kids, and I am not a yogurt person, but they absolutely loved it. And not only did they have them like as parfaits, they had them as like a sherbet in the freezer. So they kept putting them in the freezer and then would have them for dessert. Anyway, we will get to that recipe in just a moment, but I'm always talking to you guys about how we have our Sunday breakfast, and so I wanted to bring you along for a Sunday breakfast. Ever since I had my hemorrhage on Christmas, I've been trying to add in more vitamins in my diet. I'm taking a lot more supplements. And one thing that we have gotten kind of in the routine of since Christmas is having a steak breakfast every Sunday. So we get one large steak and we just share it with the entire family. I don't usually go all out in terms of like sides. Sometimes we just have steak and eggs, scrambled eggs. It just kind of depends on what we're feeling that weekend, what we have going on. But because we were doing a little bit extra this morning, I wanted to bring you guys along for a Sunday breakfast. So I am working on just dicing up some potatoes. I'm seasoning them. I'm kind of using a couple different random seasonings. That's kind of been what I've been doing recently. I don't know why. I just don't have any specific seasonings that I'm using. I'm just kind of trying a whole bunch of whatever I find. So that is what I'm doing for these, and I'm getting them nice and seasoned, and then I'll throw them on the stove. We'll have some steak, and I am going to make soft boiled eggs as well. Now, I feel like I have to just warn you because I always get a lot of comments, particularly from my kids that are hanging around. So they always watch me season the steak and they always are like, that's a lot of seasoning. But I promise you, it is the perfect amount. I only season one side and it just ends up being the perfect amount. Yes, it looks like I'm putting on a lot because I am, but I'm only doing one side. So that is why it looks like that. And I promise it is not too much. These steaks on Sunday started as a routine to get a little bit extra iron after I lost a bunch of blood, and it has quickly turned into something that our entire family really enjoys, and not necessarily for the steak, but just to spend time with each other on Sundays. And it's funny because if you have any experience with teenagers, they don't really love waking up early on weekends, especially. And, they're not totally keen on hanging out with their family a whole bunch. So it is really nice because this is something that they actually wake up for, and they enjoy coming down and having breakfast with us every Sunday. So it's something that we all really look forward to, and it's something that we've continued pretty much for that reason. It is a really nice routine for us to have. Okay, so I was wanting to share with you what I was calling those parfaits, the yogurt parfaits. I got 2 of the packages of the yogurt. Like I said, it's supposed to be actually a Greek yogurt. My family does not really like Greek yogurt, so I went to go get the plain yogurt, but we didn't have any. So I'm like, well, they have a little bit of vanilla added into these, so I'll just go ahead and get the vanilla yogurt. So that is what I did. I got 2 of the vanilla yogurts, and I did end up putting in more than what the recipe calls for. And then I got 2 different flavors of the 0 sugar jello. I did an orange flavor and a raspberry flavor. Those flavors ended up going over really well. The recipe that I was following, they suggested the orange because they said it tasted somewhat like a creamsicle. So that was kind of why I did those 2 flavors. Anyway, what you do is I have 2 separate bowls since I'm making 2 separate flavors, and I have the raspberry one, the orange in the other, and then I add in boiling water into each, stir it up really well until it is all dissolved, and then I will put in the yogurt. So like I said, I put in more yogurt than what the recipe says, just trying to stretch it a little further. And I'm kind of glad that I did because it had a really great texture to it. So if you're interested in making this, I will have the recipe down below. Just know that I added in a little bit more than it calls for. And that's kind of a usual thing. If you are a regular here, you know that I do not tend to follow the instructions. So I put in almost, I would say like at least 2 cups of the yogurt into each of these. I mixed it up really well to make sure it was incorporated. I did a little splash of vanilla extract, and then I put it into jars straight from the bowls. I didn't have it cool down or anything like that. I put it into jars. Now I did buy fruit to kind of dice up and put in these, but I last second decided, you know what, I'm gonna just dice it up and let the kids decide what they wanted, or if they didn't want it, or however they wanted to do it. So I did not put the fruit in the actual cups that I'm going to be pouring them in. I decided to just kind of leave that out and let them do that however they were wanting. Now I mentioned I put them in the fridge for like parfaits, but my daughter, she loves ice cream, and she loves it in any variety. And so she often will experiment with all kinds of foods, putting it in the freezer and kind of testing it out. And this was one of the things that she did, and I think she actually preferred it like that. So she ate this quite a bit as like a sherbet type of ice cream. And she devoured these. I mean, all the kids really liked them. And I had a couple family members try them too, and they all said it was very, very good. So I was pretty proud of these. This is something that I'm actually going to be making more of. They already have asked for a couple different flavors, so I'm definitely going to give it a try. But if you're also wanting to give it a try, you can check out the recipe down below. So as you can see, I added in the yogurt. I did the raspberry first, and then I just added in the same amount to the orange. And then, like I said, just a little splash of vanilla, mix it up just until it's incorporated really well. And then I'm going to get out a couple of mason jars with lids and fill them up. You could do, you could actually just put it back into the yogurt containers if you were wanting, but I wanted the kids to be able to grab just individual little cups and have them almost like little yogurt cups. Again, I thought originally I started putting in like half of these, and then thinking that I was going to put fruit and stuff in, but then I quickly decided, you know what, nope, we'll just let them choose the fruit whenever they want to actually eat these, and so then I ended up putting in more. I'm sure these would last for a couple of days in the fridge or longer in the freezer. They were gone pretty quickly in my house. My kids absolutely love these, like I said. And I do think I'm going to, now that I've tested these out, I think I'm going to make some and put away in the freezer for them to be able to have as treats whenever I have my surgery and I'm recovering and not spending a bunch of time in the kitchen. So this was definitely a winner, and that was why I was wanting to share it with you. So anyway, that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.